Hello, everybody. Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm trying out a new mic tonight, so let me get into the comments here. Uh, hello, everybody. Give me a thumbs up or yeah, I can hear you or something in the comments there if you would. I'm testing out a new mic. Let me know if it sounds good or if I need to do something different. It's all good. All right, excellent. Does it sound good? I'm trying out this cordless mic tonight. Um, Normally I don't have I just use the mic off of my laptop, but tonight I figured I would give it a shot with see if I can improve the audio a little bit. I hope it is. Clear as a bell. Good deal. That's what I want. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. Well, who do we got in here? Let me scroll back here a little bit. I see David Lewis in there. Ryan Sinker. Uh, we got Joe Dirt Treasure. And Busy Digging Brian, Alan Pfeiffer, David Alfonsetti, Steve Jexala, Rye Patch Ron, Oklahoma Treasure Hunters, Ryan, okay, we got Scott Batzler, Eric Campbell. You guys are piling in here. I'm going to, let's see if I've missed anybody here. We got Dinwitty 69. And greetings from New York. All right. If I missed anybody, forgive me, you guys. Tim Isaacs, good to see you. I'm glad you guys could all make it. All right. Let me get into my banners here so I can change things up. I'm just happy that my audio is working this time. I tried to do this last week and you guys couldn't hear me because I messed something up, but let me find out where I'm at here, you guys. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at? All right. All right. Welcome to the stream, you guys. Glad to have you here. I think it's just going to be me tonight. Dan has a prior engagement, so he won't be here again this evening. So when you see him, be sure you slap him around a little bit and tell him he's being unfaithful. So anyway, I was just thinking about something, you guys. I don't know what it is because I love getting on here and visiting with everybody every week. And shoot, this is the second year now I've been doing live streams. But every single time I get ready to go live, I start getting jittery. Like I get nervous. I'm going to go on stage or something, in front of a crowd of people. And in a way, I guess I am because you guys are on that end. I'm on this end. And I don't know. I still get nervous. I don't know why. You guys haven't tried to bite me or anything. You haven't thrown anything at me. Um, I don't know. So anyway, I thought maybe it was my coffee, but it can't be that because I quit drinking regular coffee about a year and a half ago because it was tearing up my stomach. So I still drink coffee, but it's that decaf stuff. Doesn't do anything for the nerves, which is a good thing for me, I guess. But I buy the good stuff anyway. The good decaf stuff. Let's put it that way. I know you guys are disagreeing with me all over the place. It's like eating vegetable bacon or something. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Hey, you guys, I got a few announcements I want to make. Actually, it's just an announcement with a few people. I just want to give a shout out to some people who have contributed and bought coffees for me. As you know, I started a deal a while back that it was to buy me a coffee, like I'll put down here in the whoops, hang on a minute. Put down here in the chat. But I just want to recognize the people that recently contributed to my channel and bought me coffees and stuff. So I want to give a big shout out and a thanks to Bill Trent, Steve Jexala, Frank's Fly Traps, Woody Bog, Soldanovt, RS Cagbird. Now I don't, some of these aren't names, some of them are like email addresses, but the names weren't included. So another one was Chloramore, John Waldrop, and then Jay Wright, and then a member signed up as well today, and that was Scott Baugh. I hope I pronounced everything correctly. Like I told you last week, you know, my reading skills are limited, you guys. You know, I can't read fast. That's why I ask you to type slowly, because I don't read fast. Um, I probably don't pronounce things correctly either. But anyway, I appreciate these guys. I appreciate everybody. This kind of stuff really helps my channel keep going. It helps me improve things. I'm able to, like, I just signed up to a program to help me with some of my creator music for when I make videos, so you guys don't have to listen to the same old stuff that you've been hearing for the last 2 years. And for audio equipment like this, you know, cordless mics and stuff like that. And hopefully I can improve the channel to make it a better experience for you guys. So that's what the funds go for, is improving the channel, hopefully to make things better for you. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Who else did we get coming in here? All right, Pat Ron, Joe Dirt, Helen Pfeiffer, Jerry Sumter, how you doing? Gary Burgess, how you doing? Good to see you guys. I don't see any snow in your background. No, I don't want any snow in my background. It's actually melting away. We were just about 40 degrees today. And tomorrow is supposed to be in the 40s also. And I might try to get out there tomorrow and see if I can take the 900 out and see what we can pluck out of the ground with it. Hopefully I can dig the ground, but I'm going to be heading for some warmer climates, I think, but hopefully I'll be able to find something. If I do, I'll videotape it and be making a video for you guys too. So yeah, the snow has been horrible. I don't know if you guys watched the video that I put out this morning, but the day that I recorded that, it was downright cold. I actually videoed that 2 weeks ago. I think we were having single digits. And when I was outside recording that, it was freezing cold. So I'm glad to see all that melting away. And Idaho teases me. It teases everybody that lives here. We start to think, oh wow, it's getting to be 40 degrees now. Things are going to start thawing out. The snow's melting. Going to be able to go detecting here in a few days, you know, and then all of a sudden here it hits again. Cold temperatures, snow, blowing winds. It gets bad. It gets bad. So anyway, all right, still 30 here and frozen top again. Yeah, that prairie is horrible. Of course, I'm on the prairie too, but I don't know. I still can't see Texas from here. So, Eric Campbell, how you doing? Okay, Ohio's getting drenched, getting a lot of rain there. All right, well, you guys, we're supposed to be getting some of that this next week, or I am anyway. Get a little bit of rain. Anyhow, you guys, I had a question earlier. Steve Jekzala messaged me, and I don't know anything about this, but I figured that I would go ahead and ask you guys, because some of you, and I think maybe Rye Patch Ron may be familiar with this. I've never personally used it myself, but it's the MindLab, the harness that you guys wear to take the weight off the detector. I think it's called the Pro Swing 45 or something like that. I'm not sure. If anybody has any experience with that, how does it work for them? Do you recommend it? What's your thoughts on that harness? And he was asking about that. Some people have back problems, and the harness is supposed to, from what I've heard, does a good job. As I say, I can't personally vouch for that, but Okay, Busy Digging Brian. Yep, you use it. What do you think about that, Busy Digging Brian? What's your thoughts about that harness? Oh, digging it good here in Florida Panhandle. I'll bet, Jeff. Jeff, you've got the warm weather over there in Florida. I wish I could snowbird. Can't afford it. That's that's horrible. Hey, Pack Rat, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you in here. So, detector floats like air. Okay, so detector floats like air. Okay, you have a shoulder injury. I was talking to somebody else that was talking about that as well. That they had I think it was a shoulder injury, and they ordered the harness there, and they said that it really did help. My concern is with that bungee cord hanging down. Is that a problem when you guys go down to dig? Does that get in the way? Or I know that the bungee cord on the new harness now, I was just watching something on it earlier, actually hooks up about right here, but it runs over the shoulder and down to the hip, I guess. And so, but your clip hooks on right here on the harness, if you can see that, just about, the top rib up here somewhere, and supposed to really do good. Easily adjust it and everything to if you're hunting different elevation, up and down, whatever. But you have to take it. You have to take it loose. Oh, when you go to dig, you have to take it loose. Okay. I wondered about that because I don't know, that to me, I think that'd be kind of a hassle, isn't it? I mean, to always have to take that loose every time you go to dig. I don't know. You guys let me know. So, hey, Ski Searcher, how you doing, Matt? Good to see you. So, you guys, if you haven't gone over to Ski Searcher's site there, um, Ski Searcher, you're welcome to throw a link down here in the chat if you want. He's got a great YouTube channel. I really enjoy watching him. He's always pulling up pieces of history and stuff. I really enjoy his channel. High South Relic Recovery. Good to see you from North Carolina. So, anyway, all right. All right. Anybody got any stories to tell? I'm going to put a link down here. I'm inviting you guys in tonight. So, if you want to come on in, I'm going to put a link down there so you can hop on if you want. All right, there it is. It's in the chat. And if you guys have any finds that you want to show, hey Chuck, it's been a while. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long time. I do sell these hats. You just got to let me know. Send me an email at sodbustersmetaldetecting@gmail.com. Let me see here. Let me find. Let me see here. There it is. All right, right there. I just posted that. Sodbustersmetaldetecting@gmail.com. If you send me an email, um, then I I just sell the hats out of the house here. I don't have them on it. Actually, I do have them in the merch store as well, but I don't think the ones in the merch store are quite the quality that I have here at the house. So, um, yeah, give me a holler on, give me an email, and I can reply to you there. Is my audio okay? All right, let's see here. All right, lost track here. Dirt Clawed Bob, how you doing? Good to see you. Wally Stern, ground still frozen in south central Alberta, I bet. And getting cabin fever, yeah, me too, brother. I've got the fever bad right now. So, all right, 900 is mostly underrated of all the new detectors. Love it. Is the most underrated. Yeah, Joe, I'm not sure where you were hearing that because I've been seeing some pretty raving reviews about it. Everybody that I've heard, but um, I haven't seen much negative about that machine, really, to be honest with you. So. The only thing I'm really hearing complaints about is the accessibility of machines. And that's something that we don't have any we can't do anything about that at this point. So, all right. So, Alan, how is that Manicore? Would you finding some good stuff there? And I believe you're in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken, Chuck. Let me add Chuck here. Hey, Chuck, how you doing?
Hola.
Hola, comatose.
Coma cold. It's snowing in my house.
Yeah. Well, it's trying to warm up here, so yeah. Hey, that's a good looking hat you got there.
Hey, you know what? I figured, yeah, it's a great looking hat.
Glad to see you wearing it. So
Yeah, well,
it
at
keeps the
least,
hair off my head.
hey, at
Oh,
least I don't have my oxygen hose on. So
oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. You do have to wear oxygen stuff. I
yeah,
remember that now.
I've been fighting really, really hard to stay off of it, and it gets really rough at times.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
know you were getting out there though and doing some digging and stuff. You weren't letting it control your situation there.
oh, let me tell you though, it really kicked my rear end when I first started getting up and down, up and down, up and down. Holy
Yeah.
cow, it was
Yeah.
rough. It was
Yeah,
rough.
I don't know. There's been a lot of garbage taking place here in the last, I don't know, 3 years now, I guess. And seems like it's been hard on a lot of people, but
Hey,
I'm
what's
glad
that?
that you're getting out.
Oh, I thought it was just another balloon.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering what you were looking at. I thought you had a spider crawling across the ceiling there.
No.
Oh,
So
man.
so anyhow, I don't know if I don't know if you guys seen this when I posted this.
Yeah. Is that brass?
It's actually copper and
Oh,
something.
copper.
So it was so calcified from being in the bottom of the reservoir. It had that really stinky mud in it
Yeah.
that I was tapping on it one day, and then lo and behold, this piece came off. I can't do this.
Oh, I'm the same way. I get backwards on it.
Yeah.
So,
So anyhow, at first I thought it was an earring, but or maybe a blade off of a spinner bait, but
isn't that
there's no hole. I have no idea
I
unless it
don't
fell off a
think that would
star
be a fishing lure. Um,
unless it, unless it fell off a Star Trek uniform.
so you were hunting in the water? Were you in a lake or something?
Yeah, I went out to a local reservoir out here because some local detectorists out here had posted some stuff, and they were finding gold and silver rings everywhere. It was right after a big holiday,
Uh huh.
and when you go in the water, your hands shrink because of the cold water.
Absolutely.
And these guys pulled like 9 or 11 rings out of the one visit, and
Wow.
so I went out there, obviously not on the same. I just recognized the area,
Oh,
so I kind of hooked it on out there, and I decided to try my metal detector
um,
underwater.
can I hang on just a second
Okay,
there? Can anybody hear me? Ron says that my audio went down. Can you hear me, Chuck?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. Um, did anybody else lose my audio? Let's see here. Let me put it in the banner here because all right, I'm going to put this here again. I prepared and I'm trying to find out if my audio is working. Okay. Ron, I think that must be you. Everybody else here is saying that they're hearing me okay, that I'm loud and clear. Let's see, Chuck is louder than Larry, though. Well, it could be
Larry,
the positioning of my mic or something.
Larry, that's my fault because I got a big mouth.
I do too, brother.
Yeah,
Hey, Joe Albino, it's good to see you here. And the Grunkle channel, LD Schultz. Who else do we got here? Scott Batzler. Um, all right, you guys, Jerry Sumter. If I miss anybody here, uh, forgive me. Like I said, I can't read, and I can't read fast. So So anyway, so you found 40 some, what'd you say? How many rings you found?
Well, the other guys that went out there, when I was watching their channel, I recognized the reservoir. They found, I think, 9 or 11. Um, 4 of them are 14K, a bunch of silver, um, toe rings from getting stuck, toes, girls' toes getting stuck in the mud. Um, but it was at during right after a big holiday weekend.
Uh-huh.
So, and I'd actually went out there and I went different areas besides it, but I wanted to test my new detector under the water.
Right.
And I haven't figured what I don't have is I don't have, because those guys had scuba gear,
Yeah.
because they were like that. Some of the stuff they found was a little bit deeper, so they'd actually have to find where it was, and then they had full wetsuits on. They just snorkeling, just went down and felt around with their little pinpointer
Uh-huh.
and scooping out of the mud and brought it up, and it wasn't that. So it really got me excited to get out there. And it was even rougher for me to walk in the sand.
Yeah. Yeah. That is, I'm going to start doing some water hunting this year. As a matter of fact, I got so worked up about it that I ordered a wetsuit. Nothing expensive. I just ordered some cheapy thing, because I don't know how much I'm going to get into this, but I
Right.
do want it enough to give myself a chance to see if it's something I really want to do. But hey, Sonny Whitson, how you doing? He says, "Hi Larry, love my 800. Easy to use for a 75-year-old. It's a great machine, and
Yeah,
glad
it
that
is.
you're out there, Sonny. Glad you're out there doing some digging." So yeah, yeah, the 800 is a great machine. Let's see, gotta get a hookah system, Larry. You know what? I used to want to get a hookah when I was dredging for gold. Um, but since I got rid of my dredging equipment, I haven't really thought about it. But one thing I have thought about, Dan carries them over at Outlaw Metal Detectors, but it's that Blue Nemo, and I guess they work pretty good. I don't really don't know much about those either, but
What is a
for
blue
me,
Nemo?
what's that?
What is a blue Nemo?
It's just another breathing device. I guess it's battery operated, and it's this deal. I think it's like a tube or something that floats on the water, and you have this compressed. Well,
Okay.
I don't think it's compressed air. I really don't know. I'd have to look it up and really. I haven't thought about buying one myself, so. Um, but Dan, I guess there's a couple of different types.
A battery powered one of these. This is my nebulizer that pumps air for my breathing machine. It's probably a battery powered one of these that just pumps air.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got to be.
I know they're a little spendy for sure, so you can get them for different depths. There's a couple of different models. One of them um, is for going deeper and stuff. Here comes Iffy. Hang on just a second. Let's pull him on too.
Hey, what's
Hey,
going on?
how are you doing, brother?
Good. Yeah, I figured I'd fill you in because I do have one of those Nomad systems,
Oh,
and
you do?
yeah, the Nemo is a 10 foot made by Blue, and the Nomad I used it all. Last season was the first season for it, and I actually had the guys over there in China send me a system that you can go down 60 feet with two divers. I don't know how much I
Wow.
would trust it, but the Nomad is really cool. It's they use a smart regulator, so it doesn't pump until you breathe in, and then it
Right.
shoots air, at you. And when you breathe out, it's just like a regular scuba regulator, and you can fly with them and travel. I heard you say when I joined that they're expensive, but yeah,
Yeah,
they're really cool and made right made right here in the USA in Florida. So
yeah.
they're nice guys. I like that system.
I'm not real big about getting my head underwater. I,
It
I,
wouldn't be for you then, Larry.
well, I used to be okay with it. I would, like I say, I did some dredging for gold. I never got down super deep underwater dredging, but uh, and I also used to snorkel. Don't tell anybody, but I used to build spears, and I'd put surgical tubing on them and grab a hold of, had a 4-prong jig on one end. I'd swim around, look for fish. And I
Oh,
fed myself
cool.
that way sometimes. But yeah, swimming around spearing fish. But and I'm not even from Spearfish, Montana. But but anyway, here in 2012, my son, who was 18 years old, ended up drowning. He went with some college kids, and he ended up drowning up there, swimming out to
Oh man.
what was an island. Um, I don't know
Oh,
what the
Larry,
deal was because he.
sorry for your loss, my friend. That's
Well, I
Yeah, that's
appreciate it.
that's
I
yeah.
awful.
appreciate it. That was a tough one for sure. But yeah, 18 years old. He had just started college, and um, all of a sudden I get a phone call saying Preston's gone. He's gone. I
Oh
said, "What
my
are you
God.
talking about?" And I couldn't believe it. I said, "Don't be messing with me like this." And no, it's true. He's gone. And I had to grab up his brother and put him in the truck. And I didn't tell him what was going on until we got home. And then I had to tell him. And it was a tough situation all the way around for sure. But
Wow.
I don't know. It just, I guess it kind of puts things in your head to where you kind of try to visualize. I mean, you don't want to, but you end up kind of visualizing what did he go through, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I get that completely. Yeah.
And so yeah, that was tough. But anyway, I still want to do water hunting. I've got a spot that I want to hit that I've heard about for, well, not that I heard about, that I've actually been to and found silver, but and I know there's more silver out in the water that I haven't been able to get to. So I'm looking forward to it. That was one of the main reasons I bought the wetsuit, and I got the gloves and the diving socks, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, nice.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to doing it. So you won't see me
Yeah.
down there 20 foot deep though, I don't think. So
When you say that about bringing it back and wondering what he went through, I completely understand that. I had
uh,
my cousin died on a motorcycle, and my family was all over me to sell my bike, and when I'm on it, they just get so nervous now too.
yeah.
I completely understand that.
Yeah. Thank you all, you guys. I see your comments in here. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was in 2012, but that kind of stuff doesn't really go away. It just
No, sir.
it stays
Yeah.
with you. But I'll see him again one day.
Yeah, you got that
So
right, brother. Amen.
absolutely.
Amen.
So,
Yep. So
but
I'm gonna jump off. I just wanted to fill you guys in on the hookah when we were talking about it, but
yeah, I
I'll still,
appreciate it. Well,
yeah, I'll.
now that I know that you have one, if I find you know a big 20-pound, 30-pound thing of gold under the water that I can't quite get to, I'm going to call you and have you come
I'm,
lift it up for me.
I'll
I'm
come down
sure
and
I'll
help
be.
you.
I'm sure I'll be your first phone call. You guys have a great night.
You
All
too,
right,
brother.
thanks for hopping
Yep.
on.
Bye.
Take care
Yep.
now.
You too.
Yeah, Larry, back on the what you were talking about, that gentleman was commenting about the 800.
Uh-huh.
As I've commented many times before, you were the main reason why I bought my 800, because of your instructional videos when I was doing research and the ease of operation, how you showed it how to work.
Yeah.
And you were more than diligent when I first got it. I made a couple of calls to you when I had a couple issues and didn't understand. And you answered the phone and took my call. And as a humanitarian, I really appreciate that. Just not a guy that's just out there, doing this thing, but you took the time to answer a phone call, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, I really honestly, I mean, this isn't just chit chat and talk. I honestly want to see everybody that's interested in this hobby be able to enjoy it the way I've been able to. I love this hobby, and I think everybody ought to have the opportunity to be able
Right.
to, you know, that's why I put out a video here not too awful long ago. I was probably 2, 3 weeks ago about don't get caught up in the stuff on the internet where people make it
Oh,
so complicated and discourage you from doing this hobby because it doesn't have to be complicated.
let's, yeah,
You know,
let's don't even mention
it's
the fact
cool.
of there's a bunch of hokey pokey stuff going on out there about these people finding stuff, putting videos together. That's just
Yeah.
a lot of it's not even. It's just all staged.
Oh, there's some fake ones, and anymore, I'm pretty good at recognizing those. There are
Yeah,
some that are out there that are very convincing, but a lot of them, I see that are over in, I think probably like India
yeah,
or Asia
yeah.
or something like that, where they're not even talking during the video, and they find this thing and it's just real nonchalant. Hey, I'll tell you what, if I found something like what they're displaying, I don't think that I'd be silent about it.
Well, not only that, I wouldn't be cracking the thing open with a hammer and busting the jar
Exactly.
that it's in either. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? You know what I'm saying? That
They
stuff's
sure
like,
get the views and the subscribers though. I don't know what it is. It's just people go
yeah,
for that
it's
stuff.
it's
They got way bigger
entertainment,
channels than I got.
entertainment value. That's all they're getting.
Yeah.
They're
So,
just going for numbers. But
all right.
anyhow,
So Philip Sitterding, how you doing? He says, "Thanks for getting me started on my new 900. I know I have had several questions and you have answered them all. I really appreciate it." You bet, Philip.
yeah.
Like I say, I'm here for you guys wherever I can be. Um, I don't know. I may not be able to answer all your questions, but whatever we can't answer or whatever I can't answer, I'll reach out and try to find the answers, and we'll get them found out together. So I was almost wrong once. How about you, Chuck?
Almost wrong once.
Yeah.
Once. Well,
Oh
let me
man.
tell you, I'm still legally married, but when I was with my wife, I guarantee you I was wrong more than once.
Hey, Team Black Diamond Outdoors, good to see you. Larry was
Those
one
are,
of the first channels I found and I watched before I bought my Knox. That's
yeah,
great.
they're good
That's
folks.
awesome.
Good folks.
Awesome. That's awesome. Hey, you guys are just, hey, I'm going to have to adjust my hat here in a minute. It's getting kind of tight now. You guys giving me all these compliments. Thanks to Larry, I can use my detector. It was hard for me, but now I'm on the parks one a week. Thanks again. Awesome. Great. Yeah. And if you guys have not gone over to Facebook, if you have a Facebook account, join the Sodbusters metal detecting group there. And that's where a lot of people are able to reach out to me either through a PM and, or something like that, either through PM or email. And I'll answer whatever questions I can for you and help you out. So,
I got another question for you here. I'm gonna have to go here in a minute, but I got
sure,
another question for you.
sure.
The smaller coils,
Yep.
they seem. I watched other people use them. They seem to react quicker to stuff and target a lot better.
Hmm.
I've been contemplating wanting one. You know, my situation with not being able to work since 21
Did
and
you
waiting on
call me this
disability.
morning?
Huh?
Did you call me this morning?
If I no, I don't think so.
Somebody else called me about a 6-inch coil, I think it was this morning, and I wasn't able to take the call. But yeah, the 6-inch coil it is way better for separation, and
Okay.
being a little 6-inch coil, it's not very big. When you
Yeah.
see it in person, it's just a little tiny thing,
Yeah. It doesn't even look. It looks foreign on there.
Yeah, yeah,
Looks like a shoe. Looks like a shoe that doesn't fit.
yeah. So actually, no, it's a very good coil, and it will actually get some good depth as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend it. I've got one, and you can go over places where you've hunted with the 11-inch coil, and especially if you're hunting in heavier iron or something like that, where it's trashy sites.
Okay.
That 6-inch coil is the one you want to put on, and you'll be surprised what targets you've missed with the 11 when you get the 6-inch coil
Right.
on.
I've
So
been watching a bunch of people switch,
yeah,
and whether they've got the 800 or they got a Legend or they got something else, they've been switching their coils back
right.
to a smaller coil. But then again, if they're hunting on the beach or in the water, they go back to the bigger coil for some
You
reason.
bet. You
So
bet. Hey, we got Brian on here. How you doing?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm alive and kicking with both feet.
I got the horn. show you fellas.
Oh, look at there.
So hold on. Let me get this. First of all, I'm gonna turn the camera around, and my fiance will point the camera at me. So hopefully I do
As
the.
long as it's a camera that she's pointing at you. Uh-oh, we lost him. We
Uh-oh.
lost him there. So
He'll be back.
yeah, he'll pop back on, I'm sure. All right, you guys, here he comes.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
I have her at me. Just hold it like that so that they got to be able to see me. Can you guys see the whole harness?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to try to zoom in on this. This is where it straps on to the top. I have it kind of tied off so it's short.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm going to get my detector here.
Now, is that, this could be the camera. I know camera can be, backwards sometimes. Is that on your left shoulder?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
Oh, okay. It has a hook on either side?
If you look right here, don't back away. They won't be able to see.
I was trying to.
You can see where the hook is. Can you guys see that on the detector?
A little
I
bit.
see the mount.
Yeah. So basically, all you do is, I'll back up here. Forgive me, I'm not the best camera person, but I'll just turn it to the side like this, so
Uh-huh.
it's away from the cable.
Sure.
So is you take this hook, this little bungee, hook it in like that. There you go. Back up a little, and this thing, well, basically floats on air. I don't feel anything. It's like nothing. Can you guys see this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like a gimbal for a studio camera.
Yeah, and then what I do is when I have the hole, I just grab it here, flip it off, set my detector down, and I'm good
Whoops.
to go.
Gone again.
So it
There we go.
1 second, pop it on, and you're ready to go again. I keep it to the side like this.
Uh-huh.
It's I use it mainly for the CTX because it's heavier, but my shoulder's still acting up, so
Yeah.
it floats on air. And in the back here, if you look right here, can you see in the back? Right here?
Yeah.
This is a stabilizer brace that kind of comes up right in here and holds everything taut. So
Okay.
it takes all the weight off of it.
Yeah.
The only problem I can tell you is once in a while, this will come apart. There's an O-ring in here, so you got to slide it back up in. But other than that, I mean, this is
Kind of looks like an effortless thing.
look, it's floating.
Yeah.
It's floating. And you can
Yeah,
adjust
you're not even holding on to it there.
it. I adjusted the
Wow.
bungee and just tied it up in there.
Oh,
Comes
be
off.
darned.
So watch. Done.
What do they call that?
You're digging. You ready to do it again? Slide it on.
That's not that big of a deal.
No. So it works great. I've had
Wow.
injuries, repairs, a knee repair. So I mainly use it when I'm out in the field because I'm floating on air right now. This is nothing. So anyway.
That'll add an extra 8 hours onto your day.
Yeah. So I want everybody to see it. And if you're a little fat like me, then you look like Santa Claus when you pull this thing in. So other than that, I mean, it's a great harness.
Yeah, I think those actually run somewhere around 125, 130 bucks or something, don't they?
Something like that. Like I think I got mine for like 115, 120.
Okay.
Now
What do they call it again?
it's just it's Mind Lab makes it. It's just a
Is it called the Pro Swing 45?
I think yeah, Swing 45.
Swing
Okay.
45, something like that. Yeah, it's just go on. You can actually get a hold of Dan at Outlaw Metal Detector. I think
Okay.
he's got some there, and it's
Okay.
called the Swing 45, the Mind Lab Swing 45.
Now I will tell you this. I bought extra parts. I bought the extra lanyard, and I got extra parts for this thing. And I actually have the new Deus backpack.
Uh-huh.
It has these D buckles on it, and I put one of these on one of these harnesses, bungees on that, and it pretty much does the same thing.
Yeah.
But
Dirt
show you.
Claude Bob, he's wondering what the manufacturer of that harness is, and that's Mine Lab.
Yep, Mind Lab.
Mine
And
Lab makes that harness.
it's got a lot of I can't really show you because I can't turn around, but it's got little things. I keep my I don't know if you can see my water bottles here, and it comes with a pouch that's on the back. You put stuff in. It's mainly made for if you have a different detector that has an external battery, but I just took that. But it's nice. It really works well. I'm not gonna lie. To me, it's a little pricey, but it saved my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, here, let's see. Last week, I put I'm creating short videos on YouTube now.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to help kind of grow the channel and stuff. So I'm giving it a shot. So far, my shorts, I don't know if anybody wants to look at my shorts, but
No, not your shorts.
but so far I'm just learning the platform and I'm not real pleased with it just yet. But I put out a short video. The videos have to be like a minute or less. And I was telling about, that I was having some pain in my shoulder, and so I ended up going to the doctor, and I told her, I said, my shoulder just hurts, I don't know what it is, but it feels like it's in the joint and stuff. And so she got behind me and she's kind of feeling around my shoulder there, and she was having me move it, in different ways and stuff. And she's standing back there and she says, Larry, you have acute bursitis. And I said, Doctor, I was here to be examined, not admired. So
Anyway, on that note, Larry, I'm going to sign off because I'm camera shy, but I just wanted to show everybody. And if you ever have other people that want to see it and I'm in here, I'll pop it back on and give another demo to the best of my ability.
Great, Brian. Well, I appreciate you coming on
Nice
and showing
meeting you,
us. I was wondering about that myself. So,
but like I said, you have a backpack with these D-buckles, you can buy the bungee and you can buy the attachment that goes on the detector, and it pretty much does the same thing. The only thing like about this one, it's got that plastic rod that comes around the back into the small of your back, and it does stabilize it a lot better.
Yeah. Well, great, great.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting camera shy.
Well, thanks a lot, Brian. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. So, all right, let's take a look in the chat here real quick and see. I'm missing a lot of this. I know you guys. Manicore is a solid machine. That was what I prefer, running the Excalibur 1000 at the moment.
Well, listen, I'm gonna let you get back to your fans there, Larry.
Well, you don't have to go anywhere if you don't want to. I got room for you.
Okay, I'll stick around for a little bit then, if you don't mind me hanging out.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. So, it's kind of like when back in the old days when we used to have answering machines, I guess. Well, we still got them, I guess. It's always been weird for me to leave a message, and it's like you're talking to a machine and you're kind of expecting an answer back. That's kind of the same thing with these live streams because nobody answers back.
Right.
I mean, I can read through the chat, but you're kind of looking for that audible, response. Let's see.
Yeah, I found I went to a park one day and I noticed there was a volleyball court. This was probably the first 2 months I had my detector. So I wanted to try it in beach mode with the sand. And I started going across the net. Then I came back and I said, let me do a diagonal. I was starting going diagonal. Just as I got to the border, outside border of it, I got a big hit, and I got excited. So I started moving the, I think it was like a 28 is what it was on my detectors, 28 or 29. And all of a sudden I seen a ring pop up, and I just like almost lost it.
You bet.
When I picked it up, it wasn't a real ring, but I still found my first ring. I was happier than a pig in mud, man. Let me tell you.
Right.
But
yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some water hunting. Guys that get out there and do the water hunting, they end up finding a lot of jewelry. I mean, that's where your gold jewelry is going to be.
Yeah. And I'll
A
tell you,
lot of
you
people
get
hit the
this.
beaches, but there's a lot fewer people that are actually willing to get out in the water. And the last 2 years, my wife and I and Ben, we went to Seaside, Oregon,
Okay.
and I detected the beach pretty hard. When we were there, I'm not one for wandering around the town and looking at things like that. The first thing I do is if there's daylight, I'm grabbing that detector and I'm hitting the sand. And
Yep.
they don't see me until, you know, I'm starving to death or something, because and my wife just drops me off on the beach, and I said, I'll call you whenever I get done, you know, or whenever you need to get a hold of me, you can call me. And then her and Ben go check out the town. Well, man, I put in, when I'm out there, the first year we went, I detected, I don't know, it must have been 12-hour days. And
Wow.
I was out, I decided to wear shorts, which I never do. Cutoffs, you know, not cutoffs, but they're, you know, just shorts. And I was wearing sandals, and I got so burned. I got
I was gonna
sunburned
say,
like nobody's
I was
business. I
gonna
had
say, I was
jelly
gonna
blisters
say,
that were like that big around on my legs,
I was
and
gonna
my
say,
legs swelled up. It was
oh yeah,
bad.
I was gonna say, what those legs tell you at the end of that day.
Oh man, I thought, I didn't know if I was having heart trouble. I actually called the doctor. I said, this is a situation, but it was with both legs. They said, well, that's a good thing. I said, it is? They said, yeah. They said, if it's one leg, then we would be concerned that you were having heart issues or something like that.
Clog somewhere.
Yeah. So I was happy that it wasn't a heart issue, but yeah, I was badly sunburnt.
Were you at least hydrating?
Probably not as much as I should have been, because I was out there, you know,
Yeah,
I'm not carrying water with me out there on the beach. I should have been.
yeah.
And I didn't put on the sunscreen. You know, I
Ooh,
used to go out in the desert hunting for gold and stuff, and I never
yeah,
used that stuff then either.
yeah.
You know, but I was younger back then, and I don't know.
I've
I
had,
was
I've had,
meaner than the
I've had,
sun, apparently.
I've had skin cancer twice now, and they told me the one they found up in my ear, they said was from when I was a kid. I'm like, wait a minute, how can you sit here and tell me it's from when I was a kid?
Yeah.
I mean,
All
how
from
would you,
being out in the sun all the time.
yeah, how would you even know that? I mean, because most of my life I spent driving a service rig, so I'm this way. This side is always on the sun side, but this is
Yeah.
the side I got the cancer, and it was always inside the van, inside the truck. But I had no problems over here, always exposed to the sun. So I was like, you know what? That's why they call you a medical practice, because you guys are always practicing. I don't know where you got that from.
Yeah. 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 So Ryan says he's going to Lake Superior this summer, which I believe is Montana. Superior, is that Lake Superior in Superior, Montana?
I
With
don't
the
know.
800. Excited for my first water and beach hunt. Yeah, it is. It's a different ball game, really. Hunting the beach is a lot different than us that are out there on the field and hitting homesteads and stuff like that. But
I got another question for you. When you're traveling, like you're taking a metal detector, and does the X-ray machine bother the solids or the computer stuff inside the detectors?
I haven't heard of anything like that. No.
Yeah, I kind of wonder because when I go back to California to see my kids, I'd like to, if I can get it up to Sierra Nevadas, I know where there's a lot of rock, bedrock stuff that I want to go look at.
Yeah, you bet. Yeah, it's good country there. Um, no, I haven't heard anything about that affecting the machines at all. The only thing I really worry about is it's really too big to carry in your online baggage. So you got to really make. I don't know if you can.
You can break the whole thing. I broke mine down. I mean, I literally broke it all down where I took even the head off of the stick
Yeah.
and put it in a backpack.
So you've got the 800.
I got the 800. Yep.
Okay, with the 900, I don't think you can do that now.
Too long.
No, I don't think that. Yeah, I may be wrong, but this it's got these screws down here, which I know the battery's inside the handle, but when you unscrew that, I don't know if that's like epoxied on there or what, but that's really sturdy. Dan actually tried to take this machine right here and pull that off. He didn't put a lot of pressure on it, but he you know, unscrewed that and then just kind of wiggled to see if that would come off. And he said it didn't feel like it was ready to come off. I mean, I'm sure it probably does, but you're going to break a seal, I'm guessing, when you do that.
Oh, I stand corrected. I took everything apart except for that piece.
Okay.
Because when it was in my backpack, I still had the big one piece sticking out the side like that.
Yeah.
It's still fit. Now I've also done some measurements on my pole because one of the poles is just about that much too long
Mm-hmm.
to actually go in my backpack. So I
Yeah.
measured it and I scribed the mark, and I'm thinking of cutting the pole, drilling another hole, so it'll still be functional. But I'm just going to lose about, I don't know, 2.5 inches of stick. I'm
Yeah.
only 5'9", so I don't think it's going to affect me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know, but if you ever do take the head off of the shaft of the detector there, you got to be careful because that's actually got a sealant. You know, when you take it apart, you have to make sure that I'm not exactly sure what it is. They use some sort of a silicone or something when
yeah,
they
for
put
the
it back
water, so it
together to
doesn't
make
get
sure they
water in
keep
it.
that water seal, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I don't know, but I'm not going to take anything apart unless I have to.
And they also make an attachment for that head, so you can like take the head and fold it down, right?
Right. And well, that's what we were looking at for the 900 and stuff. And I don't think that that's available for the 900 right now.
Okay.
It is for the 800 and the 600, but not the newer machines at this point. So, oh, Lake Superior, Wisconsin. That's what it was. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, Ron says it should come apart just like the 800. Just holds the head to the shaft. Well, I thought so too, but there must be some sort of a silicone or something there that's holding it pretty sturdy, which we don't really want to break that seal. It's just, kind of a curiosity thing, I guess. Let's
Not
see
if you're
here.
going in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
the other. Go ahead.
Last week I took my Equinox 800 and I did another short video. I left the Equinox 800 in the bathtub overnight, and it fared well. I mean, not a problem at all. I took it out the next morning. Unfortunately, which I should have done, I should have filmed me turning the machine on, because I just looked at it. I didn't power the machine on, but I just looked at the screen and there was no water inside. So I just said, it's good to go. It's good to go. And I didn't even think about it. I should have powered it on and showed everybody, which I might do that again sometime and show everybody. I might even turn it on and just let it stay on while it takes a bath,
There you go. There
But
you go.
but yeah, because some people were kind of skeptic about it. I mean, there was no problems though. I can turn that machine on; it runs just fine.
Well, I'll tell you, when I went to go get in the water, I won't lie. I was a little bit nervous when I stuck
Yeah,
that thing underneath the water, because that's
yeah.
just something I'm not used to doing, is taking an electronic and shoving it under the water, man. And
Well, it just doesn't
it
seem
worked out
natural.
fine. Worked out fine. And one of the things I would recommend after you visit a lake or anywhere that's, even if it's man-made water, rinse
Mm-hmm.
rinse it off real good in and out, because water gets in the tube and during all that nasty. And you having that wetsuit, I'll tell
Yeah.
you, when I was in that reservoir, when I got out of there, I smelled so bad, and I got eaten alive by mosquitoes because of the stench from all that muck, that black
Oh,
mud.
yeah,
Ooh, man, it is horrible. It's
yeah.
horrible. And the other thing I was wondering, the Manicore, it has vibration, right?
The Manicore.
Yeah, the new Manicore's got vibration on the
Yes. Yep.
unit.
Yep.
Because that's one thing I noticed I couldn't do when I was had the detector under the water, I couldn't hear it.
With Bluetooth headphones?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if the Bluetooth headphones were waterproof, so I didn't even put them on.
No, but the detector was underwater and you were
Yeah,
wearing headphones?
I know. I no.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me back up. I used it to where the head was just out of the water, so I could hear it. But when I started going deeper, submerged, I couldn't hear it. And I had the headphones in the car, but I'm like, but if I drop them or if I slip and fall in the water, they're going to be gone. And I didn't want to ruin. I
The
didn't want to
problem
ruin my.
is being Bluetooth, once you get the head of the detector underwater, then you're breaking that Bluetooth connection.
Really?
Yeah, so you really ultimately you need to have a pair of waterproof headphones, uh, and hardline them to your
Okay.
detector, and
Okay.
that way you can hear it. You know, whether you're underwater completely or you have your head underwater, the detectors or over water and the detector's underwater. But yeah, that breaks the connection of the Bluetooth when your detector's underwater and you're
Good to
above
know.
water.
Good to know. I did not know that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's an issue there. But the vibration is a handy feature, I think, if you're going to do some underwater stuff.
Yeah, I
Uh,
honestly believe so. Because that way you can. Because what I was doing, even when I found a target, I tightened up my ears on my coil, so I would just tip my detector straight like this,
uh-huh.
and I'd let go of it, and it would just stand there.
Yeah.
So then I could go underwater with my pinpointer and try to find it. But it was like I said. I mean, I'm recently on oxygen. I didn't want to go under the water, and
Yeah.
I just a little paranoid. And I'm like, you know what? Like you, I don't really want to go underwater anymore. I'm not a kid. I could care less.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's when it comes to breathing issues and stuff, it changes your perspective.
Yes, it does.
So,
Highly.
oops, seeing a comment here. Okay, Eric says soak your wetsuit in Odoban. You can get a gallon at Home Depot. So, is that odor ban? Is that what that is?
Right, that's what it sounds like to me.
Is that to keep me from stinking everybody else out, or is that from? You never know.
Like, well, it's like, hey, buddy, what are you trying to say? You know me well. Do I stink?
Are you being mean to me? Oh, I'll have to let me write that down because my memory is.
Oh yeah, I did the same thing for the Pro Swing Mind Lab, Pro Swing 45. I'll go on Dan's website and because I've got that's another thing I noticed too because I've got old mountain bike and motocross injuries on my shoulders too.
Uh huh.
And I noticed that's another kind of reason why I want to get a smaller coil, a little lighter. But and I seen they also make those little counterweight things. Somebody made a counterweight to put on the end of the 800. It's like a kit.
For what now?
It's a counterweight goes behind the handle.
Yes, that's a aftermarket shaft.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's an aftermarket shaft. I think that was Detected. I'm not sure. I'm not positive about that. Dan would be able to tell you.
Okay.
But it has adjustable counterweights inside, which is just basically uh, shot, like BB
Okay.
shot. And you pull this plug off there, and you have a couple of bags of this BB shot. You can add to it or take away from it, whatever you want to do. But so David Reed, the 800 does not have vibration. The 900 and the Manticore do. Okay, let's see here.
Which brings me to a question. Is that something that can be added software wise to the 800, or is that something that was created software wise for the 900?
I don't know about that, and I don't think that they will create anything because now that they have the new machines out, um, I don't believe there'll be any updates to the 800 from here on.
Darn it.
I just don't see that, something that they would do at this point.
something for money, but it's got to have the vibrating mechanism already in it to do it. So
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that works, but nope, Odo band kills the stink bacteria. Okay, all right.
yeah,
So, and it's how is it for against your skin? Is that safe, or does it have allergens or anything like that? I've never heard of it before. I'm gonna look into it though. My wife might have me bathing in it before long. Who knows?
this thing right here,
Uh-huh.
if you hold it to my nose, I can still smell the mud.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's nasty, bro.
It's
It's
that
nasty.
what do you stagnant
Yeah,
smell,
yeah. My neighbor upstairs is a water treatment guy, and we were just talking about this the other night. He told me the terminology for it, but I forgot. I mean, it's nasty because it's like a pungent because it's just rotten underneath the water.
huh? Helen. Use that Odo band, it'll keep the fish from floating to the surface. Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, well, now we know how I can go fishing.
yeah,
So just rinse
the
it
easy
down,
way.
hang dry the wetsuit. Okay, yeah. Rinse it down, then hang dry the wetsuit. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you for that piece of information. This will be new to me. I I have worn a wetsuit about 2 times in my life. I think the wetsuit was a little too small for me when I was dredging. It was extremely tight, but I used it anyway. It was hard to get in and out of. Oh boy. I don't think I could get in and out of one now if it was fitting like that one did.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
I'm gonna wear a wetsuit. They're gonna have to sew two together.
Larry, if I do have flooding problems with my 800 under warranty, can I update to the 900 or Manicore with the price difference? I don't believe so, Rocky. I think if you go to claim your warranty, you're going to have to claim it under that machine and have that one repaired, replaced, or whatever it is. I don't think they'll upgrade on something like that. It's going to more than likely have to be the same machine. It will probably be the machine that you have. They're just going to, I don't know, whatever the case may be, if they replace the head on it or um, or they fix it somehow. I don't know. I imagine they replace the head, but I don't believe that they would upgrade it. So
Well, just in case they do, mine might start leaking tomorrow.
I think that might be the problem. Okay. Okay. Busy digging Brian says hard to get permissions, but other people with property seen me and invited me over. Haven't hit them up yet. Yeah, that happens sometimes. People come up, they're curious, and I've had it happen a few times, where people just get up, start talking to you. What are you finding? What are you doing? And you start talking to them, and all of a sudden they start telling you, you know what, we got a piece of property that was, homesteaded back in the 1800s, and all of a sudden they're inviting you over, and it's a great way to.
I'll be right
I
back.
like permissions come to me like that. So yeah, that's great. Let's see. Guess they don't want to be. Steve Gonzalez says, Larry, will you show your metal detector again? Want to see if that cover is over the display. If that cover is over the display. Oh, you talking about the if you're talking about the this cover here, yeah, this is for the 900. This is Dan Willis is carrying these at Outlaw Metal Detectors. As a matter of fact, he just ordered a big bunch of these. So they just slip on. It does cover completely your display and everything else. This is scratch resistant, and these are very well. I've got another one right here. This one here I've had on my Equinox 800 for about 2.5 years, and you can see the
Wow.
conditioning. I mean, it's got very minimal scratching and stuff. I mean, it's still, the clarity is still good and everything. There's nothing wrong with this.
I got to get
The
one
only
of those.
difference is with this one for the 800 is it had a little elastic band back here, and the one for the 7 and 900 have, let me turn this around, have a Velcro that latches underneath the connection here. I've got my charging cord on here right now, but put my charging cord over here. So yeah, you can just take the Velcro here and it just hooks under there and you're good to go. These are great. I mean, I think these run about somewhere around $25 or something like that. You're protecting $1,000 under that.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it. Protect that investment, you guys.
And that
Great
goes along.
investment.
That goes along good with the trick that you showed about taking that multi-pack of stuff you get when you get it, and you cut all the other languages off.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Yeah,
goes
for the
great with that
800.
too.
With
Yeah.
the 900, you're not getting that anymore.
Wow.
You get one screen protector with your 900 or the 700. So I'm sure you can buy extras, but what's provided is just one screen protector on for your detector there.
I
So
want to kind of do a comment on your guest that was talking about permissions.
well, yeah,
Yeah, when you would talk to me about doing that, what I did is I started when I get permissions, like from the city or the town, I put them in a folder with my copy of my email letters, and I carry them with me. So that way, when I go ask for another permission somewhere else, I can show that I'm actually established with a city, 2 different
that's
cities.
awesome.
And you're the one that gave me the idea about
Yeah,
doing it. So
yeah, but that's a great thing to do because you can validate a lot of things that way.
yeah.
Some
And
people don't want to take your word for things, and if
and
you
it's
can
and
show
look,
them a little bit of paperwork,
it's nothing fancy, Larry. It's
more
just a
fancy than mine would be in petroglyphs. So,
earn a scroll. There you
oh,
go. But yeah,
very
I
cool.
got this idea because you were talking about the permissions things and it's a little intimidating if you're not used to talking to people. I'm a gift of gab, so it didn't really matter to me because my mom always told me life's a yes or no question, and you're not going to know the answer until you ask the question.
That's exactly
So,
right. She's
you
100%
know,
right.
and like with
You
the
bet.
city, I let the city know when I'm out there, I'm also cleaning up your park. I'm
That's
cleaning
right.
up your town,
Yep.
glass, whatever. So
You
yeah,
bet.
it's been very welcomed, and I thank you again for that idea.
Absolutely. So
You've been
David
you've been
Reed says, so
you've
my
been
800
awesome.
is stuck with no update to it. It is a 2020. Should I not update it? David, that is completely up to you. If you take a look, um, I personally haven't updated mine. Actually, you can update it if you want to. You can update it to any version that you want to. If you want to go to the 3.0 version, you can do that. If for some reason that is not your preference, you can always take it back to 2.0. I personally run 2.0 on my detector. That's what I'm used to. That's what I like. But if you want the 4 kilohertz, that comes with the 3.0 version. Um, you know, that's completely up to you. So you're not going to hurt anything by upgrading it. Don't worry about your factory reset or anything like that. You don't have to worry about any of that. You can do your upgrade or your downgrade, whichever you want to do, and just follow the instructions when you go onto the MindLab website, and it will explain how to do your updates and everything. And I have a video that on my channel that shows you how to do your updates. You'll have to look through because it's one of my older videos, but it's still valid and everything is still the same. So, but no, you can update it. I don't know if you're talking about, let's see, 2020. I'm trying to think. That's probably the original version, if I'm thinking right. No, it's not. That would have been probably the 2.0. So the 2.0, in my opinion, is a great version. The 3.0 was supposed to stabilize and also provide you with the 4 kilohertz in your frequencies there. So, but no, that's completely up to you. You're not going to hurt a thing if you upgrade it. If you don't like the upgrade, you can always go back to what you have right now and choose what upgrade you want. So, all right, let's see here. Type up, hold harmless agreement, and sign it, and give it to them. So, hold harmless agreement. One thing that I do, it's hard for me. I like to go up and talk to people just as if we're friends, just everyday people. Just walk up. You're not there to do business. You're not there to, sell them anything. You're just there as a human being, and if you've got, you're not dressed in rags and looking like you just crawled out of a mud hole or something like that, I think you're going to be okay. But go up there and, tell them that you've been, interested in the property or something like that, and that you really love the history and that you metal detect. And, I was just wondering if you would have any objections to me doing some metal detecting on your property. And they'll say yes or no. Some people may, very rarely. I get very few people saying, yeah, I don't know. The liability I'm not comfortable with, so I don't think so. If they say that, you can offer something that says, I will give you in writing a form with my signature stating that I hold myself responsible for anything that takes place on your property. Some people may accept that. It may make them feel more comfortable. Other people, they'll say, no, I don't think so. It's just a matter of, from person to person. But hey, it's a hot dog.
It's a hot dog. Hot dog came to say hello.
Oh, okay. So yeah, anyway, I mean, before I present any paperwork to a homeowner, I don't want to walk up to a home with a binder or a piece of paper with me. I want to talk to them first, because usually when you walk up to somebody with a binder or a piece of paper or something like that, some of them's not going to even answer the door. I may be one of them. So I would have the discussion. You might have a folded up piece of paper in your back pocket or something that's a release form that releases them of any liability whatsoever. If they bring up that conversation, say, you know what, I've had other people concerned about that. I've been doing this in my case, I've been metal detecting for 30 years. Never an issue. I've never even considered holding anybody else responsible for something like that. But if it would make you feel better, I do have a form here. This is a legal form. I will sign it, and you can sign it, whatever, to release you of any liabilities that, if I twist an ankle or something like that, that's on me completely, 100%. So, but yeah.
Hopefully they'll like you enough after you sign it, they won't just sick their dog on you.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. So, just trying to
Larry, I got to take my dog out for a walk, and then
your dog got to take you out for a walk.
Yeah, my dog's got to take me out for a walk.
Okay.
And I gotta get some vittles, but I enjoyed being here, and like always, I appreciate everything you do. The video, I mean, you were my biggest reason why, like I've said before, why I went with the detector I went with, because of the diligence you did on making it so easy with the videos that you put out. And thank you so much for doing that.
Well, I appreciate that, Chuck. Thank you. And I appreciate you coming on here. And
yes, sir. I'm glad you had me. I loved it. I mean, enjoy it.
You bet.
I just, like it's snowing here again. It's a little rough. You know,
Oh, I know what you mean.
the ground is frozen.
Yeah. Well,
So,
hopefully I can get out there tomorrow, and I'll try to detect for both of us if I can get out there tomorrow.
all right.
So,
Love the whole family. Love y'all. See you again soon. Take
all right,
care.
Chuck. Thanks a
God
lot.
bless.
You take
Bye
care
bye.
now. All right, you guys. Now I'm bigger and uglier here on the screen. So, all right, let me see if I can catch up on some comments here a little bit. I know I've let quite a few slip by. I told you guys, my reading skills, you guys were writing too fast. I don't read that fast. Okay, I know a guy that did that. And okay, let's see. Busy Digging Brian says, I know a guy that did that and Xeroxed a bunch, and it put most people at ease, and they left a metal detect. Oh, I think you meant to say, and they let them metal detect. Yeah, I think, it's just a little added comfort there, kind of make people at ease a little bit. So, yeah, I don't think that they're going to take away the feature of the update. I don't see that coming, but um, like I say, that's an optional thing. If you want to update, if you don't want to, if the detector is working great for you, it's up to you. It's personal choice, really. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I seen that. I know that if you're diving deeper and stuff, metal detecting deeper, you're going to need a weight belt. Um, I don't know. So I've got a big floater right here. That I'll be like a buoy out there. I know that neoprene does it like it traps air or something like that, and it does make you want to float. So I'll have to see how it goes. I don't know. I just ordered the wetsuit, didn't think about weights. I don't know how deep I'd be going, so I'll have to try it out and see where I'm at with it. This is all new to me as far as this water stuff goes. But okay, let's see here. All right. I'm just going through okay, I'm sorry, Ryan. I'm not sure what this question was for, but for the 800, are you referring to the update or the cover? Are you talking about the covers? They make these covers for all of the Equinox series and the Manicore. Um, as far as the upgrades or the updates, I mean, um, that's what I was talking about. The 2.0, the 3.0 updates were for the 800. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good idea too, David. If as a matter of fact, I just got a permission here. Oh, must have been 3-4 weeks ago now. I went out and talked to some people trying to line up some. Well, I got somebody in here, Mr. Ron. How are you
Easy,
doing?
sir. Well, I just thought I'd jump on here for a minute and make you feel bad because I know how much you like doing this stuff.
You bet. What do you got there?
Well, I wanted to show you that gold coin that you're always looking for. I don't know if I can get it on this camera or not because it's not very big.
It's hard for me to see. Let me give you my mailing address so I can get a good look at it.
It's really hard to show that. I didn't know if I could get it to show or not. I was going to try to compare it here because I can get both hands to work because you know I am. Okay, there's a dime.
Oh
The
yeah.
right way. There's the dime.
It's
Now,
tough
get this
on
one
these
up.
cameras. I can see the one in your right hand is gold for sure. No, so the one in your left hand, is that a silver dime?
Yep, that's a seated silver dime.
Okay.
It's really hard to do this back after.
Yeah.
You know, I am.
But that dollar gold coin, is that a $1?
Yep. Can't get the light off of it so you can
It's
see
even
it very
smaller
good.
than the dime, isn't it?
Yep. That's what I was
Yep.
trying to show you. It's actually quite a bit smaller. If I can get them together, I don't think I can. My fingers are too big and they're too small. But they are really, really tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I'll bet you your heart started pounding when you saw that pop up.
I was pretty tired at the time. Didn't pound too hard.
Oh man.
Okay, that's the best I can do, which isn't very good. I can see that from here. I thought maybe it'd do better than this, but it's not.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I'm sorry. I've got let's see. I've missed a bunch of your chats here. Um yeah, no. I was saying the coil needed detector when updating. Let's see. Wait, okay, because I was just seeing that the coil needed to be. Let's see here.
I just can't.
Yeah, that I saw that gold coin there. That you had it in a good spot there.
I just couldn't get. I just can't get it to focus, so I'll give up on that.
Yeah,
Just
like Ron said here, the 2.0 machine just seems to run better in the 2.0, in my opinion. That's what I run. The 3.0 seems to, I don't know, it just I find it hitting on like seemed like it was worse on bottle caps and pull tabs and stuff like that. It almost sounded like you were hitting silver when you went
more
over something
unstable.
like that. And I don't know, I just felt more comfortable, more confident with the 2.0 myself.
Yeah, we both found that out real quick.
So
When you run these machines an awful lot, you notice any small difference in them when you do those kind of things. And you and I both spend quite a bit of time running these things. Yeah, I wanted to make you feel bad about my hat too. Dan's not here.
there you go. Yeah, Dan's not even here tonight. So, but um, there's a grizzly bear hiding in the forest behind you. Yeah, he better watch out because I'm a pistol guy, pistol packing guy, or what do you call it? Not the pistol packing mama. So, all right. So Daniel Snyder had to head out. That was 6:18. I am way behind, you guys. You're hilarious, Larry. Mailing address, possession, 9/10 of the law. That's right. That's right. Ron needs to mail me that gold coin so I can really see what that looks like.
Well, I might trade it like for something, but I don't know what.
I'll tell you what.
No Canadian coins.
I have a microfiber cloth to help clean your coins and stuff, Ron.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
You can send me that, and I'll clean it and then send you back to the imprint.
Well, there's a smart aleck in every bunch, I tell you.
You ought to be well enough by now.
Jersey Ray Diggs, you know what? I saw your live stream coming up. I think that was yesterday. I miss all these live streams for some reason. I see them previewed. I guess I don't hit the remind me button or something. I need to start doing that because I want to see certain live streams and I always miss them. So, yep, exactly. Yeah, try them both out. Do what works best for you guys. Really, that's what it boils down to in any of this stuff. So, what do you got there, Ron? That's a pile of change.
Yeah, that's just a few of the coins that I dug last year.
So you went out detecting today, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Just
And you
yesterday
found
too.
a silver dime and a V nickel, didn't you?
That was the day before.
That was the day before. How was today?
Day was not as windy as yesterday, but it was very cold. And the top soil froze again. You can only get about an inch down, and you had to start chipping and hoping you could get deeper than that. Yeah, I was kind of surprised to find a dime and a V nickel in the same day in this side I'm hunting in, because it's pretty well hunted, and there's just not very many coins that you're going to find, and find two of them the same day, and they wouldn't, but about 20 feet apart on top of it.
And that was blacksmith shop, right?
Yep, and that's the
That's the
worst spot.
worst.
Yeah, that's the worst spot I've got on that site, because it's
They
full of
always are.
everything. And I think they also tore buildings down there too from the amount of stuff that I found there. Because I mean, it's just. In fact, today I found a piece of lead that was only about this deep, and that's all the further you could hear it.
Yeah.
It was size almost size of my little finger, but any more than that, there's so much iron in there, it just kills the signal of everything.
Yeah. Well, like I said last week, somebody knocked me for I was doing a video a while back that was about hunting trashy ground, and a guy commented that, "Oh, you're sure losing a lot of depth by doing that. It don't matter when you're hunting that iron ground. You're not going to get the depth anyway."
Well,
So,
I know you understand, but most of them don't. They don't really know what iron is. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. They find a nail here and there. They think they're an iron ground.
and
And when you hunt this
it goes
stuff,
brrr, brrr.
blanket, you just got to try and find a hole in between in there, and hopefully you're going the right direction and listening real careful when you go by it.
Yeah, and you better not be moving fast too, because if you are, you're not going to hear it anyway.
And if you use like out here in that area, I need a smaller coil than I got, because my machine only goes down to 9 inch, and I need something 6 inch type to try and narrow that down a little bit.
You ought to get one of them 900s that come with a 6-inch coil.
Well, I had that 800 with a 6 inch coil, and went through that spot, missed both those coins. But I mean, any machine can miss the coins. I don't care. They're pretty comparable anyway. I just like the one I'm using because I think it's a little bit better at IDing certain things.
Mm-hmm.
It's worse right now at IDing large iron and misshaped iron.
Well, I'm thinking that if the weather will cooperate, what I would like to do, Ron, is come and pay you a visit here as the weather allows it, and maybe give that machine a shot that you sent for me to look at.
Yeah.
And we could just have a day out there and kind of mess around.
I'd like to see you to have either 900 or Manicore, and then run it where I was running the last couple of days, and see if you could actually find something in that.
Yeah, I've got the 900, so I could bring a 900 and try it out too.
I do that all the time. That's why I have different machines, because I'll hunt through a spot, and if it doesn't work out for me and I not find anything else, I'll switch machines. And I'll use, when I had the Knox, I would go to it. I'll even go to my CTX, depending on the spot I'm in, because any of them will find something that another one missed.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like the CTX, it's better on nickels than any other machine that I've used.
Mm-hmm.
The other Mine Labs are good on the pennies and stuff, but they don't like plowed ground. And right now, that's what I'm hunting in, and they're like CTX. They don't care for plowed ground at all.
Yeah,
you can use it, but you get a lot of falsing.
Right.
And
so Rocky says, "Looks like this is a full-time job. You look busy." Actually, Rocky, I put a lot of time into the videos and stuff. When it comes to videoing, doing a video, it takes me time to video, and I'm having to, I don't have somebody stand there saying take or cut, whatever. If I mess up in the video that looks really bad or something, I just start over. I don't cut. I don't like to edit pieces here and there. I'd rather get a good clean take if I can. And then the editing will take me sometimes, the majority of a day to edit a video. So, it keeps me pretty busy doing this stuff. So, and then I'm doing the live streams on Friday nights, and it keeps me pretty busy. So, but all right. So Jersey Ray Diggs says she's been hitting a really iron infested area lately for the challenge. all good tones are long gone, but finding some great things like American Revolutionary War British naval butt, and that's nice. Really nice. Good job. Yeah, it is a challenge in iron. You just gotta take things really slow. Um, I don't remember. Are you using the Equinox? I don't remember what machine you're using. Um, I know what machine you use. I just can't think of it right now. But each machine, you know, you have to just kind of mess with settings for your iron and stuff like that. So, but anyway, yeah. And I see you here, Jersey Ray. I film myself too. Yeah, sometimes, you know, for filming, that can be difficult. I set up a tripod when I'm trying to do a demonstration video, um, and do what I can. Other times, if I'm out there hunting, I'll wear a GoPro with a chest mount. Um, if I'm going live stream, sometimes I go live stream on TikTok, which I'm not a big fan of that platform, but uh, it's another avenue out there to get my channel out there. So I will wear my cell phone. I have a chest mount for my cell phone that mounts like this. Oh, Ron, he went away. Okay. So but anyway, yeah, actually it mounts this way because that way I can see what's going on. But that thing's always bouncing around and doesn't do very well for stability. But anyway, let's see, don't start a YouTube channel unless you love sharing what you do. That's exactly right. Because if you don't love what you're doing, um, YouTubing can actually get pretty overwhelming. So it can wear you out, and if you're not willing to stay consistent, I'm doing a video every week and a live stream every week. Um, and there's weeks where I feel like I'm not even close to being ready, but some people end up putting videos out every day. I'm not sure how they're doing that, but I think there's going to be a burnout at some point with that. Okay, yeah, the Knox 800 and the AT Pro. Yep. So in those iron sights, you're just going to want to bring up your recovery speed a little bit. Don't overdo it, but for those iron sights, get a little better recovery and probably pop on that 6-inch coil if you have that anyway. So that's true, Bob. The ad revenue is not great. It's not great. So I've got a lot of things going on trying to make up for what I don't make in ad revenue because it's really not a living. So yep, no, that's true. Doesn't really you don't get much from your ad revenue. At least you're with YouTube, your money comes from watch hours. So if somebody watches your videos, you have to have a lot of watch time and everything. That's where your ad revenue comes in. But in most cases, you know, uh the watch time, the ad revenue just isn't much at all. So yeah, the super chats, the sponsorships, memberships, the buy me a coffee, those are things. Plus, I sell merch, you know, hats and shirts and stuff like that. There's a lot of different avenues to take to try and put together enough to, you know, buy you a cheeseburger on the next round. So my homestead education. Osio Tahitsu. Um, my homestead education. Trying to think. I know this channel out of Camei. Where you at? Hey, hop on here if you got a camera. My homestead education. I know that's a channel out of Camei. I'm trying to think of whose it is. He knows me by my native name, Little Horse. So Let's see. I have an 800 power button broke. Let's see. I have an 800 and the power button broke. So I bought the GPZ 7000. Wow, that's a big difference. You went from the 800 to the GPZ 7000. Holy cow. You're out there hunting some nuggies. Wow. No problem, Ron. I appreciate you coming on. So, okay. Aaron, that's who it is. Man, that's been a long time. Long time no see, Aaron. Good to see you. I I don't know if I have your number right now. If you have my number, send me a text, and I'll text you back. It's been a long time, brother. I haven't seen you in years. So, but yeah, way too long. And I'm way better looking now than I used to be. So, yeah, I know that always used to bother you, how good looking I was. So, anyway, but well, you guys, we've been on here for an hour and 36 minutes. I just, again, I really enjoy hanging out with you guys, doing these live streams and stuff like that. And hearing your guys' thoughts and take on everything. I just heard let's see here. I just heard something come in here. Let me check this real quick. Aaron, I got your text. So I will text you back here after the live stream. Thank you. But anyway, that's a friend of mine that we actually we did a video together. Oh, that was in 2012, I think it was. We did a video together on trapping. I used to be a full-time trapper, and so we were going to do survival videos there for a while, and that kind of fell through. But been a long time since I seen him. So okay, so yeah, you guys are into homesteading. He has a YouTube channel called My Homestead Education. I think he's still got that channel. I'll have to check and see. But anyway, Jersey Ray Diggs, I'm glad you could join in tonight here. And you guys, we're going to do this again next Friday, Lord willing. And but anyway, I appreciate each and every one of you coming onto the stream tonight. And so keep your eyes out. If you haven't watched the video that I put out this morning, it's about how to ground balance your Equinox. So if you're an Equinox user, feel free. Oh, great. Scott, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That does help the channel keep going. And like I say, let me put that in there. What I use the coffees, when you guys buy me a coffee and stuff, I use it for cordless mics or something for the channel to try and improve it. As a matter of fact, like I said earlier, I got onto a music program where I have copyright free music that I can use for my videos, which I will be implementing that here very soon. So your super chats, your buy me a coffees, that kind of stuff, your memberships, it is a great big help, and I appreciate each and every one of you for helping me out with that, keeping me moving forward with the channel here. So anyway, yep, Friday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, you guys. We'll get back on here. Good to see you, Key Date Kid. If you guys are looking for the best metal detecting shovel on planet Earth, contact the Key Date Kid, excaliburshovels.com. That is the very best diggers you're going to find on the planet, both the shovels and the hand diggers. So hit him up if you're looking for digging tools. So anyway, all right, you guys, I love you all. Thanks for everybody's participation in the chat and on the stream. You guys are awesome. And if you don't mind, share my channel out. Let's see if we can get it growing a little bit more. I'm creeping up on 20,000 subs, you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. So anyway, let's see. I'm in the shop. Well, he's in the shop in his workman's lingerie, full leathers and respirator. So, all right. That's a working guy. If you've seen his hands, yeah, you shake his hands, you're gonna have to probably, I don't know, get some ointment on there where it cut you or something. He's all calloused up and cracked. His fingers are cracked and everything else. He's a working man. So, all right, you guys, you take care. Thanks again for joining. And hop on over to Sodbusters Metal Detecting Facebook group, and I'll answer any questions you guys have there. And it's just the best way to contact me. Thanks again for everything. I appreciate you all. Take care now.